Great news, because that sword that Ubisoft used in a lot of their promo material, including the E3 2018 gameplay demo, is now finally in the game. The description is a little bit ironic. Every good Odyssey begins with a hero and a sword. Well, we're now almost half a year after release and finally are able to use this weapon. But trust me, that is not the weirdest part about this sword. That is the way you can get it. I really like it, I think it's pretty cool, but also really in conflict with what you're actually doing. So let's talk about that in this video. And it's Tuesday, so that means that the weekly reset happened as well, with the worst weekly selection ever, trust me. So let's get into it. If you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. Let's start with that new quest line that Ubisoft added, the latest Lost Tales of Greece mission called A Friend Worth Dying For. You started over here on the map at the Skiros Island, and you have to be in chapter 5 of the main path of Odyssey to be able to do it. And that likely means that in the New Game Plus mode you also have to be that far in the main story. It's a really cool mission that has you go to parts of some islands that you had no real reason to go to before. You are in search of Barnabas's wife with some nice plot twist and really weird characters that you will meet along the way. I don't want to spoil it, but it's important to know what you have to do after this storyline to get the hero's sword. Because once you finish this Lost Tales of Greece mission and get the trophy or achievement, you don't have the sword yet. You namely have to do something else to trigger this kind of secret quest. It's really cool actually. All I'm going to say right now is that you have to shoot the Siloses at the Sanctuary of Eleusis where the quest ends. Do that and a new quest will appear where you have to burn them all down and then you will get the hero's sword. And it's really cool to have secrets like this, but in this instance it's actually kind of weird. But I want to talk more in depth on why this really makes no sense at the end of the video with a spoiler warning before it. So you can first play the mission yourself and then hear my take on it without being spoiled. So yes, I want to talk about that at the end of the video. Let's first take a better look at this sword that I actually recently did a video on, as you might know, saying that it's so weird that Cassandra has this weapon on the cover of the game and that Ubisoft paid a YouTube channel to forge this weapon in real life. Yet there was no way to actually get it while playing. And then less than a week after that video goes live, it's suddenly a reward for a quest that we got in the game. So likely a big coincidence, or maybe there's more going on, we will likely never know. But it's still weird that the timing is like so close to each other. Anyway, the weapon has assassin damage, adrenaline per crit, and the legendary plus 20% damage with the critical assassinate legendary perk. And that's of course very nice for assassin players, so you have more chance to instantly kill a high health target with a critical assassinate ability. You can of course also engrave this legendary perk on other weapons. But yeah, we of course want to be using this Snake Copis sword for now. And I totally think that the plus 25% damage on elites and bosses perk is really nice on this sword to enhance your damage even more with this ability that you only want to use on elites and bosses anyways. I still think that there are better weapons though, since the adrenaline per crit is not that nice, simply because you already get a ton of adrenaline back for assassinating targets, so you mostly want it for the cool look. It's sadly not available at the time of this recording in the visual customization window yet. So if you want to see this weapon, you really have to use it, and that is actually only nice for assassin players. I love using this weapon with the universal build that I showed you in a previous video that I will link to at the end of this one. So that's an assassin build with a lot of sword damage as well, like in the mastery levels for example. So you do a ton of assassin damage, but also when the fight breaks out, you can still do a ton of warrior damage as well. But yeah, let's hope that Ubisoft will fix this glitch so it appears in the visual customization window for all the swords. For now though, the mystery about this hero sword is kind of over, but I still think it's hard to believe that this was the plan all along, to add it via this secret quest after this Lost Tales of Greece mission. I can totally be wrong, but I still want to discuss it a little bit more at the end of this video, so in the spoiler section I will give you a warning before that. For now, let's take a look at what Sargon is selling this week. It's really the worst selection ever, because he's selling a blue ship design from the Twitch Prime pack, while Ubisoft said on March 5th that the Eagle store would no longer offer rare items as a direct purchase, but that they would remain available through the Olympian gifts for players who want to complete their collection. Well, guess that this is a bug then, that is not supposed to happen, because we do have a rare item in the weekly selection. So yeah, that kind of sucks because that means that we have one less exciting weekly item. A blue weapon would have been less of a problem because then you actually got a cool skin that you can use over a more powerful weapon. But now with the ship designs, I mean, there are already so many way cooler ship designs, and this one is just not exciting at all. I already asked Ubisoft about what the heck is going on, but no response at the time of this recording. The other item is maybe even more of a letdown. The Bracers of the Brave, legendary arms from the Nemean Lion legendary set. That, yes, appeared on February 12th for the first time at the Eco Store. Then they appeared 3 weeks later on March 5th as well. And now we are 3 weeks later again, and it's again in the weekly selection. And this system is supposed to be random, but I find it very, very hard to believe that out of all the Helix Store items, these particular bracers appear so fast after each other and multiple times. That should have a way lower chance of happening than me getting the Hades Lieutenant, and we all know how that is going. So really strange things. They had an online maintenance yesterday, so maybe that screwed things up. I really don't know, but I will let you know when we have an official word from Ubisoft about this. There's luckily another ship design though that is actually pretty cool, and you can get by killing this week's live event target. Just pick up the bounty from the message board, activate the quest, and then you find the marker on the map. There are always 2 pirate ships guarding it, of course. I took them out first this time because I was taking on this ship on the nightmare difficulty, and that is a really tough challenge for sure. Luckily, after taking out these pirate ships, I retreated, so I got my health back and then came back to focus on this Spartan ship with the awesome red ship design. And after boarding it, I was able to get this awesome Artemision design for myself. I love red, so having this red look is really nice for the collection. And as always, it will be really hard to get this design after this week, so I would say go and kill this ship before next Tuesday, otherwise you might never get this ship design, and it's of course also nice for the 40 orichalcum. This week's weekly quest is called Cult Cleaning, so it has to kill members of the cult. That would be too logical. No. We have to kill Daughters of Artemis, so the Huntress challenge at the arena will work. Just do that 6 times to complete that part of the mission. And for the followers of Ares, I recommend that you go to the special areas that have the clan leader in the icon description. So mostly the caves like in the game. The enemies you kill, by the way, during the A Friend Worth Dying for missions do not count towards this weekly quest, while they are followers of Ares, so that is kind of weird. And yeah, then you got the 80 orichalcum that you want to save this week because there's no need to spend it on the selection, because you likely already have these bracers at this point, right? Hopefully Sargon gets his shit together, because last week was really good, and this just straight up like a 180, it's insanely bad. Also, Ubisoft was supposed to update the drop rates for the ecos, so that all the items in these gifts get the same drop chance, but no word on that yet. I'm not sure if they did that after the maintenance. I just hope that they clear things up, because they were on a roll and now they kind of throw everything in the water again, it seems. And speaking of throwing things in the water, yes, we're going to do that in a second, and I will talk after that in the spoiler mode about this hero sword and the quest, and that it really doesn't make sense. So of course, subscribe for everything Assassin Creed Odyssey if you haven't already, and Assassin Creed 3 Remastered as well, that is coming out this Friday. I will have some videos on that as well. Like this video to support the channel, and now let's get to Sargon to see if we can finally get the freaking Hades Lieutenant. Yes, Sargon, your weekly selection is kind of a letdown. Let's take a look at the epic items. Assassin Adrenaline, Elemental build-up for Assassin playstyle can be nice. This one is not that bad actually. And then we got Warrior damage, Spirit, low health. I'm not sure about the low health. That only is nice if you got the Shark pack. But yeah, let's spend that 200 orichalcum, shall we? We only are going to spend 20, by the way, on an epic item. The Spartan waistband. That's the same freaking waistband. They gave me the same. I thought things could not get worse. Oh, no. I will slay you with my newly earned Copis weapon. Okay, we're getting 3 mercenaries, so let's make this quick. Like I said, I was going to throw things in the water. There we go. So let's go into spoiler mode right now and talk about that Lost Tales of Greece mission. So totally play it first if you don't want to get spoiled, and then come back to this video later, because I think you will share my sort of opinion, right? Let's get into spoiler territory right now. So yes, again, I really like this secret quest. I thought it was brilliant because you do feel that there's more to this story at the end of this mission, with Lida like wanting to stay at the farm, and maybe you will meet each other again. So being able to change your fate after that mission has been completed is really cool. Your actions are a dick move though, and you totally feel like a demon burning everything down. But it was a choice to do it, and also a smart one, because then you can get her as a lieutenant after lying to her and saying that this was the will of the gods. And the stats are actually pretty nice. The ship health on all lieutenants, okay, that is not that great, but especially the extra ship health recovery after boarding is really nice. And just cool to see her on your ship as well. But no matter what you do, you get the hero sword for completing this secret quest as well. So you get an item called hero sword for burning down a farm that someone built and protected all their life, and then you lie about it, and then you are rewarded. And being honest is actually even worse, because then you really see how bad this action was.
It was me. I did it for
Oh, this is really going to be painful.
After everything I worked
Yeah.
everything I fought for, I will find a way to rebuild, and I will get my vengeance. Until then, get off my farm and never come back.
Get off my farm and never come back. Bam, hero sword. Well done, you really saved the day. It's so weird and really makes me think that this was not the plan all along. To release this weapon almost half a year after release and then have it be a reward for doing something horrible. Hopefully we'll learn more about the idea behind this, the story about this weapon. If this was the plan from the beginning, I would love to know. I just find it super strange. It doesn't change the fact though that this mission was awesome and the secret quest as well. Just the addition of the sword as a reward feels out of place. But should I really argue about this right now? Shouldn't we just be happy that we got the weapon? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like this video to support the channel. Subscribe for way more Assassin Creed Odyssey videos and Assassin Creed videos in general. You can check out that universal build video by clicking on the screen. And also my most recent video about being able to wear hoods in cutscenes. There's a trick right now. For now, I will speak to you next time and goodbye.